Hi, this is Gary with MacMost Now. On today's episode, let's take a look at today's Apple announcements. So today, Apple announced the new iPhone 5. And as predicted, it's a taller screen. It's 1136 pixels tall as compared to the previous generation of 960 pixels tall. So it's a taller space, it gives you an extra row of icons, and all of the Apple native apps have been re-engineered so they can fit this space naturally in the iPhone 5. Any third-party apps, the developers can re-engineer them, or they can simply have the left and right sides, or top and bottom, cut off to fit on the screen. The width is the same, 480 pixels. It's also thinner, lighter, and it has an LTE chip in it, which means it can access true 4G networks in major cities. And AT&T, Sprint, and Verizon have already signed on to allow people in the US to access these faster networks with the iPhone 5. So there's also a new camera in it. It still has 8 megapixels, but it has some enhanced technology that should make for better photos, especially in lower light. And there's going to be new functionality where it allows you to sweep a scene and take something larger than 8 megapixels, I guess gathering together various images that it captures as you sweep with your iPhone's camera. And there's also a new dock connector, as most people predicted. It's smaller and it should allow for some faster transfers. So, and of course, the iPhone 5 will ship with iOS 6, which will also be out for some of the older devices, like the 4S, and also on the latest iPads. And this has some new functionality, such as Siri on the iPad, of course, and also more advanced Siri on the iPhone 5, and I assume going back to the iPhone 4S. And also some other cool abilities like this new passbook functionality, which will allow you to save coupons and similar types of things in an app on your iPhone 5. Pricing is kind of similar. The low-end 16 gig iPhone 5 will be $199 with a contract in the US. For $99 you can get a 4S, and the 4 is actually going to be a free phone that you can get with a contract with some carriers in the United States. So the iPhone 5 will come out on the 21st in the US and several other countries, and shortly after that for many other countries as well. iOS 6 will come out September 19th. We also have a new version of iTunes. We're now at iTunes 11, and this is going to be Macs, PCs, and will also be new iTunes in iOS 6 for the iPhone and the iPad. Apple also introduced a whole new iPod Nano. This one's got a larger screen and a touchscreen and lots of new features. So they've completely reinvented the Nano. There's also a new iPod Touch to more or less match the specs of the new iPhone 5. And here's a couple other minor details from today's announcements. So that's a rundown of all the announcements today. Hope you found this useful. Till next time, this is Gary with MacMost Now.
Want more video tutorials? Just go to MacMost.com, click on the videos link at the top of the page, and then you can view all of the hundreds of MacMost videos by category.